نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربي زدنا علما آمين يا رب العالمين. Okay, so as we've started with our surf and we did the surf review, we've been doing it with Ustad. So inshallah, today we will start with simple words and then work our way up to the recognition exercises and learn the process that is needed in recognizing a past or a present fail, light, heavy, passive, active. We will inshallah try to cover all of those. So our first word on the surf exercises is aqaba. So let's do aqaba. Now the first thing when we try to analyze any word is whether the first step is what type of word is it? Is it an ism? Is it a fail? Is it a harf? Right? So because we are doing the surf workbook, we know for a fact that it is a fail. So we won't go into ism now because we've done a lot of ism. And alhamdulillah, the basic signs of isms, we have gone through them when doing jumla ismiya, when doing jumla failiya, and all of that. So we'll keep it simple and keep it to the fail. So this is a fail. Our second step is what type of fail. Now, our actual review and our work starts from this step. That what type of fail is this? So can anybody tell me, and with a reason, what type of fail is this?
Past tense. Fail al-madi.
Okay, why do you say that it's a past tense?
Because it is definitely not an ism that we all know, and it ends with an a sound.
Yes.
And
This
also the
is
beginning is not from anait.
exactly. So we don't have the present tense 4 letters. You can call it auntie, you can call it anit, whatever you call it, and however you can you memorize it and keep it in your mind, it's fine. These are the 4 letters that should be there and which are not. So that is easy. And of course, with past tenses, we only see the ending. While with the present tense, we have to see the beginning and the ending combo. Okay. Now, when we decide whether it is a past tense and a present tense, we automatically know the inside doer. What is the inside doer of this past tense fail? Can anybody tell me the inside doer?
Hua.
Yes. Hua. And this fatha at the end is a big giveaway that this is a hua version. Why? Because in past tense fail, hua version, there will always be a fatha at the end. That is one of the signs of past tense. Fatha at the end, at the last letter. In present tense, hua version, you will always find a dhamma. That is the two things. In past tense, hua, fatha ending. In present tense, dhamma. Okay? Is this part, these three steps, these three questions, is everybody clear on them?
Yes.
Okay. Now, based on this, our next question is family. What family does this word belong to? Now, we have done close to 14 families, and out of them, 6 families are small 6 families, and they are all under the umbrella of F1. Yes, Nusrat. We'll see about the family right now. And then we have the big 8 families, which are F1 to F10. We haven't done F9 yet with Ustad. This is the only family that we haven't done. Inshallah, when Ustad deems it appropriate to do it, we will inshallah do it. But for now, we have these families. And as discussed before, in our previous review sessions, and of course with Ustad as well, that each family has a certain marker. So this is 4. So in order to see which family is this, we have to know the markers. Now, in this word, what is something that is unusual?
Shadda.
Shadda on the
Shadda on the,
Ain letter.
yes, middle letter, Ain kalima. Now, we know that Shadda is family marker to 2 families. Which are those 2 families? Can anybody tell me?
Allama and Ta'allama.
Yes, F2, Allama, F5, Ta'allama. So in this way, what you did was you directly cancelled all the other families, and now you're down to only 2 families. So in this way, it is easier for you to recognize the family if you come to the elimination through the elimination process. Now, out of these 2 families, which family do you think Aqaba belongs to?
Allama.
Allama. Why?
Because there is no ta in here. The Allama is start with ta and it's
Exactly. Exactly. So that means that now we know that this is a past tense. It is a hua version. And we also know that it is from the big eight families. And from the big eight families, it belongs to the Allama family. So in this way, you will be able to recognize any fail if you follow these steps. But for this step, for the family one, we will have to go through the markers. So I'll go through them one time and then we will inshallah move on to the exercise. Now, here we'll start with the big eight families so that we are doing it in the sequence that was started in class with us. So big eight families, we group them into three groups. Group one, you have F2, F3, F4. You have the Allama family, you have the Jadala family, and you have the Aslama family. Now, if you look at the past tenses, you will not be able to understand why these three are grouped together. So in order to understand families, we have to learn the combination of past tense and present tense together. So Allama will become Yu'allimu, Jadala becomes Yujadilu, and Aslama becomes
Yuslimu.
Yuslimu. Now, from the present tense, what do you see something similar in the present tense?
O
What is
sound.
present? Yes, present tense letters have Dhamma. Right? And number two, present tense form has kasra on the middle letter and kalima. Now these two similarities make us consider these three families in group one. Okay? They have individual identity through the past tense, but the present tense here makes them be considered in one group. Is this clear?
Excuse me,
Yes.
I don't understand what you mean by kalima.
Okay. For example, in Nasara, how many letters do you have?
3.
3 letters, right? Okay. So Arabs love to name different things, anything they find, they name it. So what they did was they said that fail, this is how we write fail, right? It is also 3 letters. So the first root letter, the basic core letter that will never go away from this word is noon, and the first letter is called fa kalima. The second middle letter is named after the middle letter of fail. So it is ain kalima. And ra, the last letter is in place of lam. So it is called the lam kalima.
Oh, okay.
So if we have like its present tense yansuru, here ya is the mudare letter. Noon is your fa letter, fa kalima. Saad
Okay.
is your ain kalima. And Ra is your Lam kalima.
The Arabic of letter is kalima, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now I understand. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Now these families have their individual markers, but these are the two reasons why we are grouping them into one group. Now we will see the individual families. So Allama family has a shadda on the Ain kalima, middle letter. F3 family, Jadala family, has an extra alif after Fa kalima. Aslama family has an extra Hamza before the Sakin Fa kalima. Okay. The Fa kalma is always with a sukun, with a jazm in F4 families. So this is how we will recognize. So Aqaba, we had Shadda on the Ain kalima. So this matches this marker. That's why we said that this is F2 Allama family. So the letters can change, but the marker will remain the same. And the marker will be the same in the past tense and the present tense. So Lam kalima, Lam in Allama is your Ain kalima, which has a Shadda. And the same goes for the present tense. The Lam here also has the Shadda. Is this group clear to everybody?
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
Okay. Let's move on to group 2. Okay, sorry for that. Group 2. Now in group 2, we have two families, F5, F6. So you have Ta'allama and you have Ta'awana. So you see the group begins with Ta, extra letter Ta, right? And here you have Ta'allama, Yata'allamu, Ta'awana, Yata'awanu. This is the combination. And you see that the present tense begins with Fatha on the Mudari letter. These 2 points are understandable to everybody. These are the reasons for us to make them into one group. The individual markers of each family, F5, is that you have ta beginning plus shadda on and kalima. And for yata'awanu, you have ta beginning plus extra alif after fa kalima. Okay, group 2 clear?
Alhamdulillah.
Group 3. Group 3, we have F7, F8, and F10. So we haven't done F9 yet. So we will be doing what we have already done. F7 is inqalaba, yanqalibu, iqtaraba, yaqtaribu, istaghfara, yastaghfiru, okay? So in the reason why we group them into one group is the hamzatul wasl in the beginning. And present tense letters have fatha. These are the reasons why we group them into one group. The individual markers are that you have a hamza in the beginning, hamza beginning, plus extra noon letter before fa kalima. Here is the same thing, hamza beginning with sakin fa kalima, right? And then an extra ta. And for yes, istaghfara, you have the ist in the beginning. These individual markers, if you know them, you will be able to recognize the families in the words.
So, sister, in F8 and F7, extra noon with the jazam on it, right? Both have the
Yes.
jazam. So we have to say in 7 with the noon and with the 8 no noon. It
Yes.
can be any word.
Yeah. The difference between F7 and F8 is that if you, for example, have in qalaba, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have in tashara. So Ustaz said that if you have only the n sound, it is F7. But if you have n sound with a ta sound, right?
Oh, okay, okay. Mm-hmm.
Then it is F8, That's the difference.
Okay.
Because some words, some root letters will have noon in it. And
Mhm.
if they come in F8, they will make words like intashara. So now the confusion starts whether we take it as an F7 or as an F8 family. So this is the difference that Ustad told us, that in qalaba you only have the n sound, so it's easy. If you only have the n sound, it's most probably usually F7. And if there is a n sound followed by a ta sound, because for iqtaraba family, the ta is the extra letter, which has to be there for a word to qualify it to be in F8.
Okay. Jazakallah.
Oh, yeah.
Sister, one more question. Where is the family
Yes.
one?
Sorry?
Where is the family one? We have like from 2 to 10. Which one is family one?
Yes. Family 1, we call it the small 6 families.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Right? The small 6 families all come under one name, that is the family 1. And the small 6 families, how do we get the small 6 families? It's just the combination of the fail and the combination of the past tense and the present tense. So you have bab fataha, which is fataha yaftahu. So here you have fatha on both past tense and present tense. And kalma. So it is the and kalma which decides the family in the F1 families. So then you have bab daraba. So you have daraba yadribu. Right? Now on the and kalma, this is the harakas on the and kalma. So we will write this as fatha on past tense and fatha on present tense. Both have fatha on the end kalma. In bab daraba, the fatha, you have a fatha on past tense, but in the present tense, you have a kasra on present tense. Then bab nasara, which we know quite well. So it is nasara yansuru. So you have fatha on past tense and dhamma on present tense. Then you have bab samia. Here you have samia yasma'u. So now you have kasra on the end kalma in past tense and fatha on and kalma in the present tense. Then you have bab hasiba. It is hasiba yahsibu. For this you have kasra on past tense and kasra on present tense. We have one more bab, but I don't have space on the screen. I'll delete this. Everybody understand till now how we decide the families, the small 6 families?
Sister,
Yes.
just give me 2 minutes. I just have to write it. Just
Sure,
2 more
sure.
minutes, please. Thank you.
Sure, sure. Take your time, no problem. So these combinations, if you know and if you remember, then it will be very easy for us to decide which family, if it is only 3 root letters in the past tense, then it becomes a F1 family. 3 root letters only in the past tense. So if your Hua version past tense has only 3 letters, then it will come under the F1 family. And then how to decide which family it belongs to? We will have to know the past and present combination of that word.
Okay, Jazakallah, Sister Imran. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So the last family is Bab Karuma. So it is Karuma Yakrumu, which has Dhamma on the past tense and Kalima, and Dhamma on the present tense and Kalima. So these are the 6 possibilities, 6 possible combinations of words that come under the F1 families. And this is how we will be able to ascertain which family the word will belong to. So you see, all the past tenses have only 3 letters, and that's why they are grouped into the F1 family. They are the most basic and the most used of the fields in the Quran in Arabic. And if there is any extra letter, then that word goes to the big 8 family. So for example, you have Alima and you have Allama. So on the face of it, if we see, there are only 3 letters. But here you have a shadda on the lam, and shadda in Arabic means that there are 2 lams and then a meme. So here you have only ain, lam, and meme. So any 3-letter past tense
Family one.
will be in the F1 families, the small 6 families, and any word that has more than 3 letters in the past tense Hua version, past tense Hua version will go to the big 8 families. And then we'll see the markers of the families to see which family it is. So this was a small recap of the markers of the families. We are not going to go into detail because we have done so. But if you still have any questions in this regard, please, you can ask now.
Alhamdulillah, it's clear, Sister. Jazakallah.
All right. Okay. So now we'll return to our words. So our next word is Jadala. So again, the step 1 is what type of word it is.
It is a fail, mudare.
Yes, it is a fail. Step 2
Mazi.
is what type of fail is it? Is it a past tense or
Madi.
is it a past tense or a present tense? And so it is a past tense.
Past tense, yeah.
And how did we know it was a past tense?
Because the ending
That's
sound.
Yes, we have the endings haraka as fatha and no present tense letter in the beginning. Okay. Number Step three is what version of past tense is this? Inside doer, what is the inside doer?
Hua.
Hua.
Yes, it is hua version. So the inside doer is your hua. And what family does this belong to? How many letters are there in the hua? Because this is the hua version, that's why
Four
we're
letters.
looking at the letters.
It's 4 letters.
Yes,
3.
so you have the extra alif here.
Yeah.
So you have 4 letters. So it goes to the big 8 families. And how to know which of the big 8 families is it from?
We have 2 options.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Jahada.
Okay, and what is the next option?
Jahada.
No, only one.
Yes. I
My
think
bad.
you were referring
Yeah, I
to
misremembered
Ta'awana.
Tasal and Ta'amana. Yeah.
Yes, because
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
extra alif. But we
yeah,
don't have the ta, so
yeah.
then we narrow it down. Excellent, no problem at all.
Sorry.
There's no one way of going through the families. There are many ways, and whatever way, if the end result is correct, then the way doesn't matter.
Mhm.
Okay, so the same as with allama and ta'allama, right?
Yeah.
So the only difference is the ta. So here the difference between these two families is the ta.
Ta.
Excellent. So it is F3. And please also try to memorize the numbers with the families.
Mhm.
Although we don't use the numbers right now, but inshallah, as soon as we start using the dictionaries, these numbers will be vital. Okay?
Mhm.
Because in the dictionary your meanings are not given with words for the big 8 families. Only the word for the F1 family, the core word, is given, but the rest is only numbers. So 2, 3, 4, and their meanings will be written after them. So how to know which family it is and what is the meaning of the same root letters in different families? You will have to know the numbers of the families. So please memorize the numbers as well. So this is F3 Jahada family. So these 4 steps will help you to learn the process of recognizing the fail and what is it, what type of fail it is, and what is the family. Okay, next word in our Sarf is okay. Step 1. What type of word is this?
Is it fail?
Fail. Step 2. What type of fail is this?
Past tense.
It is past tense.
Past tense.
Fail al madi. Oh, sorry. I'm saying madi and writing mudare. Madi. Right?
Mhm.
Okay. And what is step 3? What version of past tense is this?
Hua version. Because of the fatha on the last letter.
Yes, hua version because of the ending fatha.
Sound.
Exactly. Okay. Step 4. Now, what family is this from? So, because this is the Hua version, and only because this is the Hua version, we will see how many letters are there. Are there 3 or more than 3?
More than
than
3.
More than 3. So, it is not possible to be a small 6 families. It is from the big 8 families.
Like 8 families.
And out of the big 8 families, what family does this word belong to?
Istaghfara.
Yes, is the marker,
Yeah.
and this then makes it the, what is the number?
10.
Yes, F10 family. Okay. So, and the step 5, when we reach the dictionaries, would be the meaning. But because we haven't reached the dictionaries, so we will not do this right now. Okay. Now let's go to okay. Step 1. Is it a fail, ism, or harf?
Fail.
Okay.
Yes. And step 2. What type of fail is this?
Fail.
Syllable
Mutare.
sign.
Present
Yes.
tense.
This is a present tense fail. And why?
Because of ya
Start with you.
beginning.
Ya beginning
Yeah,
and u ending, right?
Yeah.
Because we have to have ya beginning and u ending. So in a present tense fail conjugation, we have the beginning and ending combinations which we need to know. Okay. And step 3, what is the inside doer?
Hua.
Hua. Why?
Because of u sound at the end.
Exactly. The beginning and the ending combination we are for the Hua
Hua
version.
version.
And step 4,
Which
which
family?
family does it belong to? Now, with there is a simple way to see how to find a family in a present tense. Number 1, if you know the marker, it is easy. But still, if you do get confused, you write down Yunazilu, right?
Mhm.
And then you take away the signs of present tense.
Present.
You are left with
That's it.
noon, za, lam. How many letters are these?
4.
4.
Right. So it will be from the Big 8 family.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And which of the Big 8 families is this from?
With the
Family
shadda.
5. Family
It's-
3.
You have
Family
the
3.
shadda in the middle.
And the kasra.
Family 5.
Allama.
Sorry, I by mistake clicked on it. I'm sorry. It was Yunazelo. Now, this method that we're discussing now works with all the families except family 4. So, family 4 is very unique. There are many exceptions to it. It does not always follow the rules that the other families follow. How will that happen? Inshallah, we'll do that when we come across those words. So, for all the other families, you just take away the present tense signs and then you see how many letters you have. So, if you still have 3 letters, then it is the small 6 families. And if you have more than 3 letters, they will be from the Big 8 families. Okay? So we decided that because of the 4 letters, this belongs to the big 8 family. And what do you see in Yunazilu? What marker do you see in this word, Yunazilu?
Shadda.
Shadda on
On
ankle.
Ain.
Shadda on and kalima. So what family is this?
Allama.
Allam.
Family 5.
F2 Allama family. F5 is Ta'allama,
Tala. Yeah. Sorry.
right? No
Mhm.
problem. Okay. So this is how from present tense you can find out families. Otherwise, only the marker will be okay too. Okay. Next word we will do is hmm.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Step 1. What type of word is this?
Muzare. Oh,
Ism, fail or harf?
fail.
Yes. And then step 2, you were right. It is present tense. Why is it present tense?
Start with ya, ending with na.
Exactly. This is also one of the combinations for the present tense fail. Okay. Step 3, inside doer. What version is this?
It's feminine plural.
Nasarna. Nasarna.
Feminine, plural,
They.
third person,
Hunna.
hunna. Right? Okay. And step 4, family. Which family? So which family? What there is a way that we did. So yata farrakna.
So we
So we
take away the
remove,
ja and noon.
yeah. How
So
many
the
letters are we left with?
farrakna.
Fa,
Five.
ra,
Ra,
kaf.
kaf.
Right? So it is more than 3 letters.
So it's
So
big.
we know that it comes from the big 8 family. Now, which of the big 8 families is this?
5.
Sorry?
Ta'allama.
Yes, 5. Yes, sorry, I missed. I thought you were saying file. So,
No.
yes, F5.
Mhm.
Yes, the Farraqa family. Okay, so this is tafarraqa, right? So it is family 5. So this is how you will be solving all of the words in the exercises, and this will not only make you recognize all of the signs of the past and present, but also how to recognize the different families. Okay, let's do another word. We have around 20 minutes. So we'll do more words so that we can have practice. Okay, let's do. Okay, step 1. Is this an ism, fail or harf?
Fail.
Okay. Step 2. What type of fail is this?
Mazi.
Past tense, yes. Fail madi. And what is the version?
Masculine plural. They version.
Masculine, plural, third person.
Third person.
Right? This is very important. Okay, and this is the home version. Good. It is the inside door. And step 4, which family is this? So the, ha, lu. These are the letters we see. This is the past tense ending.
So we get rid of vowel and alif.
Yes. So how many letters are we left with?
3.
3.
3. So this is from the small 6 families,
F1.
right? And we will stop here. The thing is that we do not know how to use the dictionary. So if we knew how to use the dictionary, we would have seen in it that dakhala, yadkhulu. This is the combination that you will find in the dictionary. So this is from the Bab Nasara. So if you reach here, then that's fantastic and that's okay for now. When inshallah we will learn how to use the dictionary, we will be able to see what is the past tense and present tense combination in the dictionary, and that's how we will know which of the F1 families it will belong to. Okay?
Yes. Jazak.
Oi. Okay, next word is okay. Step 1. What type of word is this? Ism, fail, or harf?
Fail.
Okay. Step 2. What type of fail is this?
Fail muzari.
Fail mudare.
Second
Yes.
person, feminine, plural.
Present tense fail. Fail al mudare. Step 3. What is the version? Yes.
Anti.
Feminine, plural.
Feminine. Yes. It is anti. Feminine plural second person. So no, not feminine plural. I'm sorry. Feminine
Yeah.
singular.
Singular. Yeah.
Yeah.
Second person. Anti. Version inside door. Okay. And step 4. Now, which family would it be? So again,
Get rid of Verina.
Verina.
So,
So we get rid of the
and
ending in the beginning, and we are left with Sin, Ta, Kaf, Ba, Ra. So these are more than 3 letters. So we know that it comes from the big 8 families. Now, from which big 8 family will this be?
Family 10. Astaghfirullah.
Istaghfar
Yes,
because of
family 10 because of the ist.
ist.
This in the present tense and ist in the past tense. So this is how we will know how to analyze any fail that you come across. You follow these 4 steps, and inshallah, with the help of the markers, you will be able to see which version it is. And this is right now, it just seems an exercise in recognition, but this is very important in terms of translation. So when we will get to the point where we'll have to translate, these little differences between the words make a whole lot of difference in the meanings. Okay, let's do another word. Okay. Step 1. What type of word is this?
Fail.
Yes, it is a fail. Step 2. What type of fail is this?
Muzare.
Yes.
Present.
Present tense. Fail mudare. Excellent. And step 3. What is the inside doer? What version is this?
Second person feminine plural.
Yes, feminine, plural, second person, antunna, version, inside doer. And step 4, family. So we will bring it down. Tasa alna, and we will take away the signs of Mudare. So we have seen Alif, Lam, and Noon. So have more than 3 letters. So what will happen with more than 3 letters?
It's
I've
the big
eaten.
8 families.
Yes, so it is from the big 8 families. And which of the big 8 families is this from?
The Sa'ala.
Yes, sorry, this is Tatasa'alna. I'm sorry. I missed a ta because one of the tas
Yeah.
is the marker. So it is Tatasa'alna. So then we have this. Okay. So this is the F6 Ta'awana or Tasa'ala family. Okay. Let's do another word. Um, Okay. Intashara. Step 1. Is it a sim, fail, or harf?
Fail.
Fail.
Yes. Step 2. What type of fail is this?
Present tense. Muzare.
Okay. Now, when you have this is intashara. Present tense will always be either antashiru or antashirani. So the
Yeah.
ana version will always have a with a fatha. Here you have hamza with a,
Kasra.
so this is not present tense.
Yes, it's a past tense.
It is past tense, exactly. So this, if you see nasara, yansuru, ansuru, aslama, yuslimu, uslimu. So either you will have a dhamma on this or a fatha. But if you have a kasra on the first letter, which is a hamza, then it will be either from the F7, F8, or F10 families because they all start with a hamza with a kasra. Okay? So fail madi. Step 3. What is the version?
It's third person masculine.
Who are you?
Plural.
Yes. Third person,
Masculine.
masculine. What is the number of this fail?
2.
Is
Plural.
Is it singular, dual, or plural?
plural.
Dual.
Dual.
Okay.
Dual. Dual.
It is
Two.
dual.
Yeah,
Why?
yeah.
Because plural will be
Vowel.
Wow. Wow.
exactly intasharu. We have intashara.
Yeah.
So this alif that comes at the end is the sign of
Dual.
duality, right? So it is Homa version inside dual. Okay. Step 4. So which family it is? We will remove the sign of past tense, which is this alif, and we are left with a hamza, noon, ta, sheen, and ra. So is this from the small families or the big 8 families?
Big A.
Yes, it is from the big 8 families. And which of the big 8 families it is from?
10.
Family 7.
Okay, remember what we said with the family 7 and 8? If you have only the n sound, then it is family 7. If you have the n and then a ta sound, then what family it does belong to?
Iktaraba.
So in tashara, do you hear a noon and a ta together?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right? So this will be from the F8, Iqtaraba family. Is this clear? Why we made it into F8 instead of F7?
So there is a no noon in Tasha.
In Tashara, you have a noon, but you also have a ta. So this ta makes this whole group of letters belong to F8. Because if you see in Qalaba, do you see a ta after noon?
Oh.
Nope.
No, right? Okay,
Okay.
I'll erase this and I'll show it to you here. And then inshallah, after this word, we'll be ending the session. So you have in Qalaba, right? Then you have in Tashara. Now, here you have the in sound by itself, only the in sound. So when you have in sound only, then it will belong to the F7 family, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here, the problem is that with the in sound, you have the ta after it. So it is inth, right? And when you have this combination, then it will belong to the F8 family.
So it looks similar to istaghfara, right?
With istaghfara, you have this combination of ist. So you don't have the n sound, but you also don't only have the it sound in it.
Okay, okay. I got it now. Mm-hmm.
And it also, this is easier when you know the root letters, and we haven't done how to see which are the root letters in a word. So inshallah, those two, dictionary and the root letters, will make this process a whole lot easier, inshallah. So with ist, you can just close your eyes and say it is F10.
Mhm.
So sister, in Tasara, which one the Ain letter?
In intasara, this is the word you're saying, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you have n sound followed by the ta sound. So which family will it be?
Yeah, it's similar to Inqalaba, but I'm confused. It's Iktaraba and Inqalaba. So I'm
Yes,
little
here, if you had in nasara,
Mhm.
then it would be the F7 family because you have only the in sound.
Okay.
But
Yep.
in tasara, the in sound is followed by a ta.
Okay.
So then you will have the iqtaraba family,
Oh,
Mm,
okay.
okay.
Yeah.
right? So only noon sound, it is in qalaba. Noon followed by ta sound,
Mhm.
it is F8, iqtaraba.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, teacher.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me.
Yes, yes.
It might sound a silly question, but why is it so important to know the exact family? Is it the difference of the meanings which we still haven't done yet? Why is it so
Yes.
important to match them to the each family?
Yes, you have given the answer in your question that each family means differently. Let me show you a very famous hadith in which the Prophet said, "Khayrukum man ta'allama al-Qur'ana wa 'allamahu." Right? The best among you are those who ta'allama. Can you tell me, is this a ism, fail or harf?
It's a fail.
Okay. What type of fail is this?
It's the present. Fail mazi mudari
Why is it present?
because of the ta.
What is the ending?
Yeah, it's Pelemadi.
It is past tense.
Yes. Because in present tense, we just don't
And this is
focus on the first letter. We need to see if the last letter or the last haraka makes the combination of the present tense conjugation. So here, if you consider this as a present tense word, letter, ta, then you have an a ending, and in present tense you don't have an a ending with a ta. So this is a past tense fail. Okay,
Okay.
and then it is what version of past tense?
It's the Hua version.
Yes, excellent. It is the Hua version. And what family is it from?
Ta'allama.
Yes, it is family 5, Ta'allama. And family 5, Ta'allama means to learn. This is the meaning you will find under F5, Ta'allama, to learn. Okay, then we have Allamahu. So we will only take Allama from here. Again, what type of word is this?
It's a fail.
Okay,
Past.
and is it a past or present?
It's a
Past.
Okay, what version is this?
Hua version.
Hua version.
Hua version.
Family.
What family is this?
F2.
F2.
Yes, family 2 Allama version means to teach.
To teach.
So because of the families, do you see how much of a difference is in the meaning?
Yeah.
Yes.
The root letters, the core letters are the same. But because of the single ta and shadda, the meaning changes from to learn to teach.
That's a lot of big difference.
That's a very big difference. So this is the difference which comes into play, and that is the reason why it is so important for us to know the families. That is how we will be able to correctly translate the words.
Excuse me, Sister Askia. Excuse me.
Yes, yes,
I have a question to put out. The
yes,
F7 and the F8 family, in Kalaba and Iktaraba family,
yes,
the Fa and Lam Kalima is after in Kalaba.
yes.
So it keeps on changing. In remains constant.
Inqalaba and iqtaraba.
Iktaraba. So in Iktaraba, the Kaf is the Fa Kalima.
Yes, this is the fa kalima.
So it keeps on changing. It will not be known every time.
Yes, keeps on changing. This will not change. These will change.
This in will not change, but after Fa Kalima, there is a Ta.
Yes, the problem arises with the rest of the words. You don't have a problem. You can easily see that it is the Iktaraba family. But what happens is that when Iktaraba family, the Fa kalma in Iktaraba family becomes a Noon.
Okay, then the problem arises.
Then the problem arises as to in Tashara, for example,
Okay, got it.
the Fa kalma is the Noon here. So
So
it
in
starts to sound like Inqalaba.
yeah, got it, got it.
Oh,
So
understand.
now we have to see what family, what letter, what word belongs to. So that's where Stad said that if you only see the in sound, then it is F7. But if you have in with a ta sound right after it, then it is F8.
Jazakallah khair for clearing it.
Why, yeah, why, yeah. So these are the small details that inshallah, if we keep in our minds, and this will come with revision, and inshallah, these will become automatic. So we'll be able to see which family it belongs to. Okay, so inshallah, we'll end our session here. We'll again go to the surf exercises tomorrow. We will not do every word because that is not possible. But inshallah, we will try to complete all the families and all of the different types of words that come. And then we'll move on to inshallah the masdar and all of the other surface agir words as well. So if you have any more questions, please ask in the group, inshallah, and we can discuss it over there. So our next session, inshallah, will be tomorrow, right after Ustad's session, inshallah. And any questions that you have from today can also be asked tomorrow. Okay, so inshallah, I'll end the session here. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk wa akhiru da'wana anil hamdu lillahi rabbil alamin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Jazakallah khair for the
Jazakallah.
instruction.